Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about Google Trends. In the last video, I talked about Google Trends in relation to the topic of that video, how to easily find information on the internet. Now, I talked about several things, and one of those things is Google Trends. So Google Trends is actually a vertical search engine. So this vertical search engine is part of the Google engine, which helps you to find what is trending. You can use different types of queries there to compare certain subjects. Like, say, for example, you'd want to know how many people on which day are talking about, say, for example, bread, are talking about oranges, are talking about onions, that is food. So that can give you a picture on what people are more interested in. You can also just go to what is trending. So you don't know. Sometimes you don't know exactly what people are talking about. You are just interested. You don't have a particular subject yourself to search, but you are interested in knowing what people are talking about. So you can also look at what most of the people are talking about, and that's what we call the trending topic. So so we will be looking at one, how to use Google Trend. Then we'll also be looking at how to use those queries, how to see what is trending and compare subjects. So I'll base most of my examples on Zambia. So, however, you can still use that for any country, any region, or even the world to see what is trending on world level. So, without wasting your time, let's start. You can search for Google Trends here. So you can say Google Trends. So now here it is. So let's go to Google Trends. Here you can type your topic here. So whatever topic you want, that's what is going to appear here. But before we do that, let's first look at what is trending. So what you do first is you click here, then you go to Explorer. So Explorer will bring this, will bring the United States, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not interested in the world. I'm not interested in the United States. I'm interested in Zambia, so I'll close this. So here, when I close, I'll come here where it says world. So here, I'll go to Zambia. So you can scroll down, then I'll go to Zambia. Then when you click Zambia, you also have regions in Zambia, which are provinces. So you have the Eastern Province. So you can even go to a specific province. But this time, let's just look at Zambia, the whole country. Then I want to search for trends for which period. You can when you click there, you can, if you want to put there your own period, you can come here and say customize range. So you can say from which date to which date. So you can also say, okay, full year, which year? So if you say full year, that means it will start from 1 December to 31st December of that year. So, but what I'm going to do now is just to pick a preset period. So let's say, for example, the past 7 days. What have been people talking about in Zambia for the past 7 days? So there's nothing there. Then when we look at categories, let's try entertainment. On entertainment, there's something. So there it is. But what I'm more interested now is to see the the queries, what have been people querying. So I'll go to 30 days, the past 30 days. What have been people talking about? So that has come. So here, search topic. So these are the search topics, and these are the queries, what people have been typing. So they have been typing. So you can see in the past 30 days in Zambia, people have been querying, say, your maps, Mr. Romantic. Then Your Maps, Mr. Romantic MP3. So they have also been looking for his music. Your Maps, Mr. Romantic MP3 download. Zambia versus Morocco's, then Morocco's. So that's those are the trends. So you can click this one to because here it says 1 to 5. So let's go ahead and see the rest. So here it says Jemax Ndaluba MP3 download, then UEFA National League. So Zambia versus Comoros prediction, Africa Cup. So we can move on, 11 to 15. Then Rich, Busy, Enjoyment, National League. So it's like most of the people in Zambia have been talking about entertainment, football, and music. So these are the things people have been searching for in Zambia. And now, if people are looking for those things on the internet, that means they're also talking about those things. That means they're interested in those things. Now, if these were products like, say, bread, food like bread, chickens, beef, and so on and so forth, it would give you an idea that people are interested in these products. But now the problem that the interest for them to search for those things, maybe it could not be that they want to have those things, but something has happened about those things. Say, for example, it could be that, okay, if people are talking about Mark 2, or they are talking about Your Maps. Sometimes it's not that Your Maps has released a good song or Mark 2, or maybe he has just suddenly become famous in a good way. It could be he has. What if he has done a bad thing? I'm not saying he's doing a bad thing, but I'm just saying, what if people are interested because they have heard that he has done a bad thing, so they want to find out more about that story. So it could be one of those reasons. So you need to find out. So if it is a product, say for example, you want to know the product that Zambia is interested in. So if these were products, and you clicked on them, it will show you on which dates these people have been discussing these issues. So I'm going to show you now what you do next to find out why people are talking about those things. So sometimes you find that it could be because they are really interested in buying those things. And if it is a product, then I think it would be a good idea for you to go for that product, because now your job will be to find out why they are talking about. So what I want us to do now, let's assume that you are a farmer or probably someone who is interested in buying crops. So we assume you are someone who is interested in buying crops, and you want to know where these crops are grown. So what do you do? So, you need to use your initiative using the tools which are provided here. So we can go now to categories and fine tune our search. So where do we find agriculture? So we know agriculture is business or an industry. So let's check here. So let's see if we have, okay, agriculture is here, agriculture and forest. So under agriculture, let's see what can help us. So we have here agriculture equipment. No, we are talking about the products themselves. So aquaculture, no, crops and seed. That is a good candidate. Food production, that is also a good candidate. So because we are talking about where it's grown, that means let's look at crops and seed. So here in the past 30 days, we have data for everything except onion. So what you can do now, let's try to expand our period to 90 days and see if onion can also, we can find if there were searches. No. Let's expand it to 12 months. Yeah, there are people who talked about onion a little bit. Maybe let's go to food production. Food production doesn't give us much data, so I think let's go to seed production. So here we are. So the most talked about item here is maize. Blue is maize. So you can see here, maize is blue. So that's the most talked about. So it reached its peak on the 24th last year, on 24th November. Maybe because people were talking about growing it, seed, preparing to grow, to plant. This could be the reason. So this is giving us a picture of what people are interested in. So let's say the past 4 hours, can it give us some data for that one? There is very little data about that one. So we are going to go back to the past 12 months. All right. So this is the data we have. Now, when you scroll down here, you can see where this was mostly talked about. Now, you may wonder why I'm saying talked about instead of searched. What was searched for? If people are going to search for an item on the internet, that definitely they must be talking about it. And if they are talking about it, that means they are interested in that product. And if they're interested in that, means they want to do something about it. So, and since we were searching for crops and seed for maize, soybeans, onions, and cotton, that means it's definitely in these regions of Zambia, which are provinces, it's very likely that people were interested in growing them. And if you are looking for these crops, where these crops are grown, that means now you can come here and see maize. That whole period that we have selected, which is the past 12 months, 100% of the people in Northwestern Province have been searching for maize, and 0,000 elsewhere. So that means if you're looking for these crops, you are looking for soybeans, onions, and cotton. I think Northwestern Province is not the right place. Eastern Province, again, is just maize. Northern is just maize. But when you come to Central Province, you find that maize people talked about 93% searches were of maize, while 70% was cotton, and these other two, nothing. But in Lusaka Province, maize was 92%, soybeans 6%, then onions less than 1%, then cotton 2%. So since we're basing this on the Zambian scenario, why do we see a lot of people, some of the people searching for soybeans, for onion and cotton in Lusaka? Because we always feel in Zambia that most of the agriculture is done in the rural Zambia, which is probably Southern Province, Eastern Province, Northern Province, and these other provinces. But what if these people were searching also on Google Trend, just like I'm doing myself now, just to see where this is grown? That could be one of the reasons. So what triggers a search? In most cases, it's not just one thing. There could be many triggers. But what we have here, crop and seed, it's very likely that the trigger here was growing. People probably were looking for maize seed. People probably were trying to find out how to grow these crops and things like that, which are related to growing these products. Now let's look at regions and crops. So maize, in such interest in Northern Province was 73. In Northern Province. In Eastern Province was 93. In Northwestern was 100. In Central was 53. On the Copper Belt, 43. Then 37 in Lusaka, while 52 in the Southern Province. Then let's look at the performance of these others. Now you will find that soybeans, it was only the Copper Belt and the Lusaka Province, 93 and 100 searches here. Then the onions is just Lusaka, which is 100 searches. Then, but cotton is the Central Province, Copper Belt, Lusaka, and Southern Province. That's where the search interest was. Now, we are looking at regions. Now, you may ask, is it possible to search per town? Yes, but sometimes it's not that very effective because Google Trend looks at the amount of data available for it to make analysis. So if the data is the amount of data that you have is very small, Google will ignore that. So now let's try for city. If actually we have to come here. Say region instead of region, let's say city. Let's see if Google is going to give us, yeah? So we have cities here, Chipata, Kabwe, Chingola, Ndola, Kitwe. That's where now, these are the specific towns where people were talking about these crops. Now, let's go to the last one, Lusaka. Lusaka city now, not province. So, you can see here we still have regions where maize was discussed per region. So let's try city here as well. So those are the cities. We have Chipata. Again, the same cities are appearing. So you can do the same with the rest. But you see, like I've already said, many things, although here we have probably 70% that what triggered these searches were the major trigger was probably growing these products. But there could be other triggers. So you can still find out. It's difficult, but you can still, if you work very hard trying to change the parameters which you are using for for you to search for the trigger, you can at the end come up with what could be the trigger. So in like here we have a period of 12 months. So you can go to, like, say for example here, where 97% of the people talked about maize and 12% talked about cotton. So we can try to find out what was it that may have triggered that. Now, I want to look at 29th May, which is last year. What happened? So we can try to search. We can say, okay, 29th, there's no 100%, it's not 100% that we are going to find those triggers. So we can just give it a try. So 29th May. So we'll say maize, Zambia. So what could have triggered this? So this 29th May 2021, we can put it in quote so that it stands out. Maize, Zambia. So let's try to search. So there is Zambia price. The first result is Zambia price bulletin May 2021 on 29th. What is it talking about? It's talking about, so can we find, but it should be something like an event that took place. So on here, the second one says certificate of accreditation. So Copperbelt Zambia EBED Explore and Complete. No, that doesn't give us anything. So transforming the lives of small, the World Bank monthly. So all this does not, I don't think it can help us. So economics and trade. So again, this is not helping us very much. So now the other thing that can help us are related searches. So you can see there, maize price in Zambia 2022. That means there could have been something that was discussed there. So maize price in Zambia today. So it is now, that is giving me an impression that people were searching for the price of maize, soybeans price in Zambia, because this is May. People are about to sell their crop, or maybe they have already started selling. So people want to find out maize price in those areas where we were. So I mean, which we saw on Google Trend. So let's try this one. So you can say maize price. So it's very likely that people were talking about the prices of maize. So that gives you a very good clue on what people are talking about. So it was price. So this, if this was May 2021, you can know where people are interested now in selling their products. Where are they? So now we can now go back to trends and say, go to the maps. So we'll search by, let's just remain with those. So here you are looking at maize, 100%. That means in Chipata, there were a lot of people who were searching for maize prices. If you've liked this video, I ask you to subscribe so that next time I do another video, YouTube will inform you about a new video. The videos we do here are practical ones. We are looking at technology that can help you. So whether you are in business, you are in politics, you are employed as a teacher, we'll be discussing those things. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching.